Good morning.
Good morning.
From Parc Asterix. We arrived at
La Cité Suspendue.
And we've got early entry. Rob is just checking us in. We're staying tonight, but that means we can go into the park half an hour early today. Dan is here after another successful drive. The Muffin Man. Yeah, we'll keep you updated. Got Asterix meeting over there, and now we're heading across this bridge to a little side entrance just for hotel guests for our early entry. This is La Cité Suspendue, hence all the bridges. Right.
Bonjour.
Robert, bonjour. Please let us know what is open for early ride time for our hotel guests.
As advertised on the key card.
Yeah.
Attention, men here.
Men here.
La Tour de Numéro bis, which I think is one of the kiddie posters. Chez Gyrofolix, don't know what that is. Osiris,
which is the B&M invert.
and Two Tatis,
which is the
reason we're all here.
Two Titties.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah. He was very helpful. It all comes in one handy little thing. So we're actually not staying here until tonight, but they've already given us a key which activates at 5. They've given us a room number. They've checked my ID. I've paid the what do they call it? Well, not
tourism
paid,
tax?
but done the deposit thing. In case
okay,
we mess the room up. Got reservations for breakfast tomorrow, for dinner tonight. It's all very helpful. We also get, I should say this, we get 10% discount on shops, but not for certain things. So he basically just said, just ask when you go to the shop and they'll give you 10% off on certain things. So if you want any merch,
10% off on all the cheap stuff.
Yeah,
not on the quality.
Yeah, on the expensive, embroidered stuff. That's still full price. And you also get 10% off on Aerolaf, which is the suspended bar situation. Which I'm hoping we're rope dropping at 11 a.m.
Well, I don't know, Rob, because I get nervous. Last time we were here, we did the aero bar, and it's a little high for my liking. I mean,
but it's
very exposed, but
it's good.
I'm sure we'll probably go up there. I'll have to take the vlog, as it were.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, very excited. As said, probably heading to Osiris and Two Tartis first, I
would
guess.
say so. But yeah, he was very helpful. He gave me loads of info. He did have an English flag on his name badge, so if you don't speak French, look at the people who have their flags. There was people with Spanish flags and German flags and all sorts. So
I don't
probably
know
find someone.
What kind of Philistine doesn't speak French, Rob, but
yeah,
shame on them, whoever they are.
Shame.
Unlike me, who speaks fluent, incredibly impressive French.
But yeah. Also, I used the UK driving licence as ID, and that worked. So it's worth knowing. But you need a passport to get here anyway. But
Rob, I'd like to thank you for your informative spiel there. That was. I feel like I've learned something at least.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Even if no one else has.
Because if you'd have come up to the desk, you wouldn't have had a clue what he was saying. So.
No. Yeah. Rob is a very fluent French speaker. I dabble. I know more French than most languages, but Rob is very much Bonjour. Come on, two super. No,
I've paid,
I'm a little better than that.
I've
but
paid 50 grand to the government. I might as well use it.
Yeah, Rob's got a degree in the bank.
Yeah.
French Espanol. Anyway, I guess we'll see when we're in. About Rob. We're here for Astérix.
Yeah,
so,
and obliques, of course. Don't forget obliques.
Never forget obliques. We just came through the hotel entrance. We're underneath Gudric's. Despite the fact Gudric's is not open for early ride time. But now we're heading down to the other end of the park where the rides are open for early ride time.
Attention. And here.
Glad we got that out of our systems. I guess that's the new spinning coaster, which is meant to open this year, but is not open for this trip, unfortunately. Now we're walking down to Two Tartis. There was quite not push and shove, but let's say everyone was going with haste at the start, same as yesterday. And now crowds have spread a little bit. Some people headed to Osiris instead.
Bah, je sais pas, non, ça a pas l'air souvent, l'abonnement.
They must have jet washed this, hey? Wet floor, we've had no rain. Keeping the park fresh, Dan. That's what it's all about.
That's what you do.
That's what it's all about.
Give it a hose.
Give it a hose. Dan, would you like to describe what just happened on your first ride of the day on Two Tartus?
We strolled over, got first train of the day.
Yes, we did.
Very nice.
That's how we roll.
And then first inversion of the first train, someone's phone just flies
Flew
out.
straight out. Game over.
We don't know if they realised.
No. I think
Secure your loose articles, folks.
there you go. That is a pretty harsh lesson to learn on your first ride, first row.
That's not coming back.
But his
to the
phone, his phone's gone for the rest of the day. Oh, looks like we're going around again. I guess the decision has been made. Yeah, and then we had a lot of screamers as well. Don't choose the front car, I guess, if you're a screamer.
Don't me like that.
Yeah. Dan's a very brave boy. But yeah, an eventful first ride, but in general was a lot of fun. Still a bit of a thigh basher. I thought that a few years ago because you launch here back and forth a few times. Reverse launch, launch, reverse launch, launch. Get over the top hat, and it really throws you up into your seat. I'm gonna have red thighs when we go to the hotel tonight. See, that's what I mean. Doesn't make it over the first time. Launches back, up another spike, and then launches again. I would film it now, but we've got to make the most of our early ride time while we've got the half an hour before the rest of the park comes in. And yeah, also in general, my apologies for not much off-ride POVing yesterday. On-ride POVing not allowed, unless maybe a chest-mounted GoPro, I don't know, but I don't have one of those. And in general, because it was Archie's first time, we were rushing around to get everything, so he could say he'd done it all. And wasn't much time for much off-ride POV, but hopefully Daniel's informative commentary was enough yesterday. You didn't need the off-ride POVs, but maybe a little more today, as we've all been to Astérix quite a few times, so might be able to get some more shots. At this point, you can usually go here for the back rows, but they're forcing us all down to the front while it's early ride time to make sure they can get enough people on the train. As in, just in case the queue line doesn't have enough people to fill all the rows. But it's definitely got enough now, it's filling up now. We're about 20 minutes into early ride time. Dan, you love Two Tartus.
Oh, it's special.
I don't know.
No?
Well, I like it. I think I prefer Conda, actually.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I just don't, I'm not sure about the backwards, but thing is, you go up the, you don't make it all the way over the top hat first time, and then you come back and do the launch backwards, and it's kind of a double bunny hill on the launch. Now, don't get me wrong, it's fun.
That is the best bit. That's the bit everyone loves,
fun.
Except for you, because you can't take it.
Because I can't take the heat. I just think it's a bit of a thigh crusher. You just find yourself flying up into it. I don't know, I mean, I just like my rides to make me feel giddy inside and healthy outside. I'm not sure about going through all this pain on the...
We like to be abused and beaten up.
But I think there is also, the moment of hang time you get in the second half of the ride is pretty good. I enjoy that, when you're it is kind of floaty. I mean, there are moments where it feels kind of smooth and slow over these, you know, these hang time moments or slight air time where it's like, that's just right. But then there's other points where you're just going too quickly over bunny hills and I'm going, ow, ow. Ow. Oh, it's still fun.
Officially too intense for Max.
I'm not ragging on it too hard. I mean, I do enjoy it. I think it's a good ride, but I just think what stops it from being a great ride is the fact it's a little painful for me.
We all think it's a great ride.
Yeah.
Over here, just to confirm.
It's just
This is a very positive experience over here.
It's just me who's the moron.
He hates it. He hates everything.
Hates everything. I hate fun. I'm allergic to it. Heading into Egypt now for Osiris. This is one of Archie's favourites. One of my favourites too, actually. I enjoy B&M invert, but I think this one's one of the only ones I've ever done where you actually get some airtime, which is a funny feeling on a B&M invert where it's mainly about being forced into your seat. I think this one can do both. It can take you out slightly as well, without crushing your thighs, because the restraints aren't on the thighs, they're over the shoulder. Here we go, Osiris. Just feels right in the sun, just like yesterday with the exotic world.
It's Egypt.
Yeah. Feels like we're actually in Egypt. I'm pretty sure most people who go to the pyramids are joyous when they ride the B&M invert right next to the Pyramid of Giza. Crowds are pouring in now. Must be 10 o'clock. We've just ridden Osiris twice back to back. Thoughts, please. Archie? Still number two. Dan? Egyptian. We had a front row ride first, which was very good. Really good, actually. I don't know if I've ever done it in the front. And then we just had a back row ride. A little intense for me in the back.
Yeah, it was all a bit
I felt it was all a bit much on the last.
I'm with you on that, yeah.
On the last helix.
I was ready to get off by the end. Obviously it was great.
Yeah, it was still. I mean, it was still good, but. Yeah, a little intense. Felt the blood rush to my feet. I mean, it was intense in the front, but still, like, you know, it wasn't greying out or anything. But that second ride, blimey. It was still a great ride. Although I have to have a word on the baggage policy. They've got these trays now in all the rides, these trolleys, which used to just be on Tutatis when we last came 2 years ago.
They definitely had them on that, but they didn't have them. They didn't have the way that you put your bags on.
Ah, okay,
You
yeah.
used to have them just at the exit, and you had to run to the exit to put your stuff in the trolley.
Yeah, so you'd go across the train, put all your bags in a trolley, and each train had a trolley assigned to it. Then they'd take the trolley outside of the room so that you could leave the platform as soon as you get off, and it wouldn't slow down the operations. In theory, a good idea. In practice, that was fine, but obviously they didn't like the fact you had to run through to then sit down again. So they've gone one step further. Let's improve the operations even more, and we'll have an attendant walk down with the trolley while you wait in the air gates, and you'll put your bags in. The issue was, we put it in, and then they had to. We were in the back row for our second ride, as I said. They then had to push the trolley to the other side of the platform,
which was completely overflowing. Like, you know.
Well, by the time we put our stuff in the back row, the trolley was already probably had about 5 or 6 too many bags in it. By the time we put our 4 bags in, and as soon as I put it in, I said to them, to the boys, I said, that's the end of my camera. And then as soon as it started wheeling away, within seconds, my bag just dropped to the floor, and I was like, brilliant. Yeah. My bottle came out the side, kind of exploded. Yeah. Maybe got scratched a little bit down the side, and I was a bit like, we could have seen that coming, couldn't we? But Dan even said to her, are you sure? Like when she was saying put the bags on, and she was like, yes, because we were all like, it's clearly not enough space. But
It took 5 seconds.
Yeah. Within 5 seconds of moving, collapsed, my bag smashed on the floor. Thankfully my camera was the other way up, so it's alright, but
not that they could have cared less.
Not like they cared, but yeah.
He also carted the bag through the last row, which obviously we were trying to board, but because he was in front of us, we then were trying to obviously get through the air gates, which they then closed on us.
Because, I didn't see that, because I was worried about my bag, yeah.
You were the first one in, and us three were like, oh, and they shut the air gates on us. because obviously we
right.
couldn't get through because the man with the trolley was in our way.
Oh gosh. Yeah, and obviously that was slowing it down anyway because he didn't go around the back of the train. He tried to fit it between the two rows.
I'd like to say as well, the only reason we're being really critical is because this place did have really good operations last time.
Yeah.
So we are nitpicking as opposed to moaning.
Yeah, no, look, in general...
They're still better than a lot of other parks.
Oh,
here,
well, and the thing is, it probably did improve operations, you know, except obviously you getting locked on the air gate, but in general it probably has sped it up even more, but I don't know if it should get to the point where operations are so quick that it then comes at the
expense of your bag.
At the expense of people's belongings.
Yeah, but the thing is, the operations didn't seem any quicker than they did last time.
No,
Do you
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, they seemed about the same, arguably maybe slightly slower.
Yeah, because we've always been impressed by the operations here. They've always been good. So, yeah, I agree. It wasn't like it was
anyway, it's the
particularly
start of the day. It's sort of, it's not really the start of the season, is it? But it's, you know.
Start of our season. We've been visible always.
Let's give them BOD, benefit of doubt for now, and see how the day continues.
Yes, yeah. But I say it was good operations, but I say it's just a shame that it came at the expense of our belongings. Anyway, I won't harp on like a broken record. I don't know where we're going now. Back to the start of the park where we began. Anyway, the hotel entrance.
Stab in the dark. I think they're taking us to Gouderitz/Tonner de Zeus, and now cut to us going somewhere completely different.
But total change of conversation.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
On the on the app, Tutartus is a gentle ride.
Yeah, well, tell you what's not gentle, the baggage hold. That's a rough ride. Yeah.
Get your young family.
Get your young family. Get your infants down to Tutartus. We ended up going to the other end of the park. They did take us to Gouderitz, as we imagined they would, but Gouderitz was closed and testing, so we have decided to go to the Pegasus Express. Right, just in the Pegasus queue line. That was 2 years ago when we came.
2 years of progress for this pigeon.
This pigeon is really going some. Building a proper treehouse in the middle of the Pegasus Express queue line. I want everyone's review now on Pegasus Express. Love a bit of girls. Archie, review.
The on-ride misters were.
Love a bit of girls.
Oh yeah, they were a pleasant surprise, the on-ride misters.
Yeah, when we went into the little turnaround section where you sit on a block section for a little bit and then suddenly launch backwards. Misters all of a sudden. We've never had that before, which was a pleasant surprise as it is still boiling hot on this trip.
Oh yeah, we're completely bone dry again.
Tell you what the best part of that ride was, you could take your bags on ride, and now you'd think it would be more dangerous to take a bag on ride for your belongings, but not at Parc Asterix.
I'm surprised it's not bags on Tutartus. If they could try it, they so would.
They would be like, yeah. And I would probably prefer it after my recent incident.
The Vol de Car there.
The Vol de Car. Wait. Yeah, I think we're going to the Sky Bar now, I believe, if our papa will let us.
It's very committed.
Okay. This is Lerolaf? I don't know. Barton altitude. So it's British pronunciation. These are all the drink choices. I think I'm going to go for a tequila sunrise. Archie?
Margarita frappe.
Not sure yet. You get on just there. You can't see it behind that bush.
Tequila sunrise. I had it last
And then it
time.
takes you up there.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked the tequila. I remember enjoying it last time. Yeah, I think we basically all got
We're on a
that.
mega bender right now.
So we're on a crazy day out at Parc Asterix. We've just ordered from the bar at the bottom, and then we'll be getting on that thing in a minute. They're preparing the drinks, then they make all 16 riders on, and then we'll be heading up. We got a 10% discount as well because we were staying at the hotel, so it's the little wins. Take care of the pennies, and the pounds will take care of themselves. Tequila sunrise collected. Embarkation imminent. We've just boarded and it perfectly fits in the hole.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I trust that.
I don't know, I don't even want to drop it in there.
I think. Look at us.
Cheers. It's a little bit high, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to drink up the alcohol and not worry about it too much. It's fine at this section, you've got a silver bit below you, but in a second, then it disappears as you move around. Look. That's the end of my protection. It's a very sheer drop to the bottom. I don't like it much. I'll be happy to be back on land. Guess I'm actually going to get some off-road shots now. Daniel, how are you enjoying your experience?
I'm having a great time. I'd go again. It didn't cost what it did.
I'll be happy to survive this one and then move on with my day.
The Aperol Spritz recipe here is great.
Have a little drink hard.
Glad to be coming back down. You're now joining us for Rob's Rock Review. What did you think of the Sky Bar?
If you were to ask me about my opinion of the Rock pre-Sky Bar, it would be okay, but obviously now I've had an Aperol Spritz, it's amazing.
Sure.
No, the bar was good, yeah. They were friendly on there. Again, they spoke very good English. I wonder if they post those people at that ride, because
Yeah.
it requires more English
Some customer
comprehension.
care, yeah. Yeah, they were all very nice,
Yeah.
the members of staff.
And the Aperol Spritz recipe, as previously mentioned, is great. It's about this much Aperol, this much soda water, and the rest is Prosecco. So
that's what you
it's
want.
A good value for money,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
You get 10% off if you're in the hotel. Show your
Yes,
card.
yeah, I said that on the way in. But Tequila Sunrise was good as well. I enjoy it, but I'm slightly sat there going, oh.
Yeah, I don't
It's the
think
fact your
Archie was
legs.
enjoying
No,
himself,
Archie was
to
not
be
enjoying
honest.
himself. It's the fact your legs are out and you can just see all the way. I don't know, and you're just, because it kind of juts out. There's just one little kind of pole attached.
Yeah.
There's just that one little beam which holds the 4 chairs. It just makes you think, oh, I don't like it.
Maybe if
it
you
makes
had,
me want
like,
to snap.
Maybe if you had a floor, it would be better. But then obviously there is the fun
Yeah.
aspect of being able to go
Look down and there's nothing underneath you. Yeah, it was fun, but I'm glad to be on safe ground. One other thing to note: no phones allowed on that one. On the top, you could have them in your pocket. But and then you could hand it to him to take a photo of you at the top. But in general, they had to be in your pocket. He said my camera was fine because I've got a wrist strap on it. Just a little one, not like a professional GoPro one, but he was like, that's fine. But he did say, in sort of like broken English, he was like, if you drop, it's you, not me, as in your fault if you drop it sort of thing, which is more than fair. I wouldn't blame the park if I dropped it. It's lunchtime at the Parc Asterix resort at Le Fast de Nil. The Nile, I guess like the Nile. Considering the fact we are now in the Egyptian area. Ah yes, famously, the Nile is full of cheeseburgers and fries. My meal. I'm not sure about these plastic cups. They frustrate me, the fact I've got to return them every time for €1. I think I said that yesterday. But it is nice that they're themed to the different areas. When they first started doing this, I thought it was quite cool that you would get merchandise from every different land. Now I just find it an annoyance. I originally took them home when I used to go to the European theme parks. But now, yeah, I've just got too many of them. And you don't use them anyway when you're at home, do you? You use actual glasses rather than plastic theme park cups. I know it's the law here, but I do find it frustrating. Rob's just arrived with a dessert, he looks like, and a coffee as well. He went all in. I've just tried one of the chips. They're cold. How exciting.
Yeah, the chips are terrible.
Yeah. This is the burger. I don't actually know what it is. Merguez.
Merguez sausage is a thing.
Merguez sausage, maybe? We're not too sure. And there was no translation. The machines said they were in English, but Merguez was still Merguez, so we don't know. Dan's now here as well. We've all got the burger, so not much variety in the review, but we'll let you know what we think once it's done. Oh, actually, a quick word. Quite a nice little venue here. I've got us sitting in the sun. Well, not the sun, it's nice and cool in here, but in the light, I should say. Yeah, nice little venue. Oh, is it brand new?
Brand new, it's set in the hotel.
Oh, well that's why I've never eaten here then. Lunch has been finished, and some of us couldn't finish it. My burger was actually pretty good. I think it was lamb in the end, maybe like a lamb kofta type thing. Had some lettuce in there, some peppers, which was nice. Some sort of white sauce, which I'm guessing was maybe some sort of yogurt, maybe. Cheese. I think that was it. It was pretty nice, yeah. Tomatoes were in there as well. Dan, how was your burger?
It was a burger, one of the many burgers that I've had.
Live news flash, Dan's had many burgers, and that has increased the tally by
just
one.
in the last hour.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think of the fries collectively?
Terrible.
Not good.
Yeah.
So cold. Yeah, fries were real cold. Not great, but the burger was alright. Wasn't hot either actually, but it was at least warm. What burger did you have? Chicken.
Yeah, I think it's alright.
Yeah.
I mean, it did the job of nourishing me. I mean, nourished
Well,
isn't really. It was fine.
Do you feel well nourished?
I'd give it 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5, big score. Do I dare even ask you?
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
It was nice. Yeah, it's nice, lovely female.
It wasn't good.
The nuggets are alright, just nuggets really. The chips were fine. I don't think they were as heinous as people are making them out to be. They were just add some salt to them and deal with it, you know. But then again, I don't mind a cooler chips.
A lukewarm chip enthusiast. Just to say, he has actually taken a bite out of it. You just can't see because on this side.
There we go.
Some of the burger was. It looked like he was so afraid he didn't even touch it. But yeah, I don't know. For €19, it was a little steep. I think I would have liked to pay 12, 13, 14 at most for mine. C'est la vie. The scorching day continues, but it's been nice to sit inside for a while, even if we did pay a little too much for the pretty okay burger and the chips. Cold chips. I owe this place an apology. It's quite easy to get your €1 back. You put it in here, and then you tap your Apple Pay back on there and you get £1 back, or €1 back. 2 back-to-back plus points here for Parc Asterix. Water fountains as well. Not particularly strong jet.
No, not confident yet.
Not a confident jet. It gets, what do you call it? Performance anxiety. But yeah, that cup machine as well, pretty good. Better than yesterday at Wallaby, Belgium, having to queue up another half an hour if you want to get your €1 back on the plastic cups. Dan's had an accident.
Coffee accident. I'm now holding said coffee.
Spillage.
Hope the same doesn't happen to me.
On his nice Tokyo Disneyland shirt. Poor kid. So he's trying to... Oh, that's a bit better, I think. Dabbed it out. Yeah, you've actually done a good job, I think. All things considered. So this is all new, I think, including that restaurant, because it opens up onto the new spinning coaster. New little bizarre sort of arcade area, Egyptian themed, including a shop just here. New toilet block, which was also really nice for this new spinning coaster, which does actually look kind of fun. Shame it's not open. We were hoping to get it this trip when we booked it. Attention, men here. The new restaurant, just outside this arcade, opposite Le Restaurant de Cirque, which I believe is a buffet. Yeah, buffet situation. But we've got a buffet tonight in the hotel, so stick around for that. Coffee time.
It's a nice place. I remember sitting in here for about an hour once when there was a rainstorm.
I'd like to sit here now for an hour.
For an hour to beat the sunstorm, forget the rainstorm. Some quite nice merch here. It's a nice glass bottle in a nice silicone sleeve.
Le big mug.
Le big mug. You'll never guess what kind of mug it is.
Oh, it's big.
It's big. Nice little view you get of Gudrix here. That's Discobolix. A Zamperla disco coaster. One of the best themed in the world, overlooking the lake on this lovely sort of marble facade they put on the side of the foundations and supports. Very nice, overlooking the water. Just walking down the queue line for Tonnerre 2 Zeus, the park's Woody. Hopefully going to be 2 good Woodies in 2 days after doing Loop Garou and thoroughly enjoying it. Oh, it roars! Feel the roar! That's real wood. That's the flying sky bar from earlier.
The Aerola. Very nice.
Archie's now on the coffee after our little coffee stop.
Needed it.
What'd you go for?
Chocolate cookie. Café au lait.
May we. Anyone who's scared of tetanus, this might not be the queue line for you. Any 2s available? Any 2s? Come down to row 6. Row 6. Tonnerre 2 Zeus.
To its credit, running faster than I've ever experienced.
Well, you could definitely say it was running quickly.
There is another side to that coin.
there's another. Archie, thoughts? That's the other side of the coin.
Tonnerre 2 Zeus backwards was, I think, my number 12. That's gone down to about 60 now at least.
You didn't enjoy it at all?
That was bad.
It was, I've actually recently been beaten up. I got jumped outside of a club, and that's a similar feeling to how my internal...
That was a smoother experience.
That was a smoother experience than what I just experienced then. That was quite something, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
I feel like I've been beaten up, but it was funny though. I liked it.
It was funny.
I liked it, but I hated it.
I would just say, like, I had a headache going into it probably because of the
the heat.
And right now,
That's worse.
it's considerably worse. It was kind of worth it.
Oh, that's the look of a man who does not agree.
No, don't get me wrong, it's fun. I enjoy it, and you know I love a rock and ready ride.
Yeah,
You know I love it.
I know you love a rough and ready.
I've never had it on a Woody where my head and my brain feels like it's doing that.
It's doing that, yeah.
I've been on Magnus Colossus at Terra Mythica.
But no, I would agree with everyone's thoughts.
A great layout, but it really crashes through it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gagging.
We just did Gudrix, and it was not good. I feel like it had padded seats last time we were here. It was the old...
More like Batterick.
What did they do to that?
Good race, more like bad race. Yeah, they've got the new trains on, and as Archie said, I think I agree with him. It's almost like you're too open now.
Yeah, it doesn't hold your shoulders in enough, so you're like.
So your shoulders.
And it means your head's like.
God, yeah, my head feels like it's been through a war.
I think you said it. That's what that feels like now. Is how you imagine it would have been the first time you rode it.
Yeah.
And it ended up being absolutely fine the first time.
Well, yeah, and also after they put the padding on a few years back, I actually thought Gudric's was relatively enjoyable. Dan, you're the resident coaster expert. What do you think?
I don't know what they've done to that.
Oh, so you agree?
Yeah. I've been on it. Yeah, I've been on it a fair few times. Obviously, the first time this is with the new trains, and I've always thought it was kind of fine.
Yeah.
Like not smooth, but
No, God no.
I quite enjoyed it. It was quite quirky. That was just unpleasant.
No,
That was horrible.
that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. We had a front row, which actually probably didn't help. You'd probably rather be on the mid train now, because we just got because you felt the full force as we were going into the inversion instead of coming out of the inversion. We just went. Yeah, we've had two back-to-back quite rough rides. If you're going to do one of those, do the Tonnerre de Zeus, because at least the roughness is worth a bit of fun, but you didn't get much out of that ride. Yeah. Sorry guys, sorry all you Gudric's fanboys. And fangirls. And fangirls. Getting on the rapids, which is severely needed in this boiling heat. As I think I might have said earlier, doing Pegasus Express, considering it's a Grecian themed area, feels very on brand with this sun today. Pretty!
Master Archie.
I would quite like to inquire visually as if these Caesar's pre-shows are running, because if they are, it is very much worth it.
Oh, on the dark ride we're talking about, sorry, alright.
You can tell outside if they're going in the right door.
Yeah, there's a dark ride here, a Mac Madhouse, which has really good pre-shows, but they haven't been running since COVID. And if it's on, the pre-shows will do it, if not, we won't bother. I just asked Dan if he wanted to give me a review of the rapids, and he said I don't really have much to say. Which, ironically, is exactly how I feel, because I've always thought it's kind of lackluster. Especially, it's in the Grecian themed area, and yet you can't really, for a part that's so well themed, it's nothing really to see around it.
Not much.
It's just your kind of bog standard rapids. There's nothing to tell you.
It's very short. It does the first corner, then a hairpin, then round, and then there's the moment where there's about 3 splashes, which is good.
Yeah.
And then you go through a tunnel, and then that's it.
Yeah. Got my ass, which I liked because it is boiling.
Lift hill for quite a while to get up.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah, it's just so hot. As I said, it ended up being more of a ball lake than it was worth, because then, as I said, you're sat on this lift hill just around here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Oh yeah, we got stuck on there for a good sort of 5-10 minutes, just directly in the heat, sat there unable to move, and you're like, oh, this is hurting me now. And we didn't get it in the face or anything, we just got a little wet on the lower back region, and that was it. So,
yeah, my entire rear is wet, and by rear I mean from the back of my neck to the like my calves.
Same, exact same, but nothing on the front and not in the not on the face, which is what you really want.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do Tutatis again because it's on 5 minutes. Ideally we'd do the log flume, but that's on 35 at the moment, so maybe we'll go down a bit. The fun continues here at Parc Asterix. This is the dark ride, which is the Madhouse. We've not ascertained whether or not the pre-show is working or not. Archie's on pre-show, look out. He looks like he's saying it's not. Yeah, we're not sure. What do you think, Archie? No?
Because you go in there, which is just the main
resident expert, look at that. Asterix fanboy. Show venue there. Asterix up there on top of the Grand Splash, which is their big shoot the chute water ride, which we'd like to get on as well, but 40-minute queue at the moment. We think the queue's outside, but to be confirmed. Oh. It's all kicking off. Well, I must eat my own words. The Grand Splash's queue is inside, where it looks a bit all shaded, but we're still powering on to Tartus, I believe, because of the 5-minute queue.
15.
Oh, now advertised at 15.
Still fine.
Oh, I don't know, another intense ride in this heat. This could be the end of me. That's what we call Le Grand Splash. Oh, interaction. Double train special. That's Trace to Horror. which is definitely not how you pronounce it, which is their bobsleigh, which is one of the best of those bobsleighs, maybe the very best, although I really enjoy the one at Hyde Park. This one's also sort of like that, just keeps going, it's a long old ride. Anyway, back to Two Tartus like we were at the start of the day. Not as much of a rush now as it was this morning. More than anything, I'm happy we're just in Two Tartus queue line considering it's covered.
Yeah, it's shaded for now.
Yeah, shaded. Oh. No, it's even shaded underneath this bit. There it goes again. Even shaded out here, but yeah, most of it's actually covered under an actual wooden roof, which is nice. Both during the sunny days and the rainy days.
One up in your room.
And it's the same type.
It is.
Dan's making a purchase.
This is special. Maybe later.
Special.
I took a picture of it anyway.
Back row ride according to Archie.
It is. It is a back row ride.
I actually did kind of enjoy it that time, although yet again,
With me, and something you've come to know and love about me is I love a ride that just chucks you.
I want to get chucked around like a rag doll.
Oh,
I enjoyed it a little more, but you're just flying out your seat and back down and landing on everything all wrong. It's not good. It's not safe for my future line, my lineage. Archie's made a purchase.
I did. So, as I just said, everywhere I go, I have to buy my Nana magnet, and I've got her these two lovely numbers.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Sweet boy. So sweet. Oh. It's going that way. You're going to see it come up. That's the issue when it goes zooming through, and look, I'll take you to see him. You go over these little bunny hills. That's going to make sure you can't have kids. See, you think that's pretty quick, and it almost gets up there, but doesn't quite. And it comes back down again, and it goes. And then they really launch you. And that's when I went, oh, I'm in a little bit of pain now. No. Trace to horror time. Time for the bobsleigh. Four of us are about to get very cozy. Two per row. One of you goes between the other one's open legs. Let's see how it unfolds. Big smiles from me. We just did the bobsleigh. I love those rides. They feel the right amount of unsafe because they're so vintage. Dad was between my legs. Was it a good experience?
It was everything I've ever dreamed of.
Oh God, that's the first positive review I've ever had. Wow, Papa Dan is treating me even more now. After that enjoyable, cozy ride on the bobsleigh, he's just said we can do my favourite little boat ride, which is a nice, relaxing one. In the said I can do it in the shade. I think it's got a cover on the top. Nice and slow boat ride. Oh,
Epideme.
So I'll maybe be able to take you on this one. I don't see why they wouldn't let me film a little bit of it. Yeah, also about the bobsleigh, a lot of fun, really tall, and they're running at least 5 trains, it might be 6. Well, isn't this pleasant? Greenery on the path, fountains in the sky. And some rides running around the top. Pretty good. Well, it's definitely the longest queue we've done today for the quiet boat ride, for the slow boat ride I should say. It's absolutely heaving. I think there's a good 2 families in front of us.
Maybe that's fair set. After a while you're like, yeah.
Why did that happen?
Maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, okay, so I've got a couple of years to go.
Yeah.
Alright, fair.
Special. Splashal.
Yeah.
Milady.
Loves that.
It was great.
Dan's making the most of a slow boat ride to enjoy the theming. Nap time for Dan. Yeah, it's nice to be in the shade.
We've had a discussion that, I don't know about you guys, but we're going to see Attention Men Here.
Attention! Men here. Yeah, indoors aircon and Mademoiselle. It's just boys being boys, no big deal. This is how we feel on this one. Hiding under the shade of a boat. It's a good idea to us. Oh.
Ladies.
Ah, ladies. Guess all the Roman theming from the rapids was hiding here. So that was very nice. Having a little sit down in the shade. This is sort of a little village area, I guess. Model village of the Gaulish town they live in. I have read a few of the Asterix comics. I actually quite enjoy them, and I watched quite a few of the films growing up. I was a fan. They've all got the right idea. Hiding away from the heat.
I mean, fair.
Wise. They got a little petting zoo down here. It's a very big bunny. Bless him, hiding in the shade. And they got some guinea pigs or gerbils, I'm not sure, hiding around. They're all under the rocks. Well, it was nice to get on that boat ride. Considering I think that's the same type of boat ride system that was at Wallaby, Belgium, where Megalodon now is. So I was missing that yesterday, going from big ride to the next big ride without any filler stuff like those boats around. It was nice to have a little half an hour break on that quiet boat ride in the shade and then have a little walk around that village just then. I think it's a shame we're not getting on this new spinning coaster actually, despite the fact I find spinning coasters a little sickening. Looks pretty good. Attention, men here. And men they are, handsome men. And kind men. Attention.
Men here.
Attention.
Men here.
Attention, men here. Was really good.
Yeah, that's
Really good. Pleasantly surprised. I've forgotten how fun that was. I don't know if this ride was here before. They've redone this whole area with the spinning coaster. I think, because the entrance to Attention Men Here was on the other side and was nowhere near as themed. It's nice when parks go back to the older areas and give it a little freshen up.
And if it's in the room too.
Very impressed. Yeah, the 4D cinema, lots of movement on the chairs, good effects, water. They've got LEDs built into the screen to add an extra depth to the screen. Theming in the back, sort of comparable to Muppets, rest in peace, at Hollywood Studios. And once upon a time when it was at DCA.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of fun. I do wonder what the issue is with this ride, because I mean, it looks pretty finished to me. I mean, you can't see any work being done on it. The track's clearly done, the theming looks good. I love this as well, this overbank over the entrance to the queue line. As I said, when I heard there was a new spinner, I wasn't that fussed, but it looks really great. It's a shame we're not getting on it. Archie and I are getting the kid cred because he's not done it before, despite coming a lot, which I'm very surprised about. It's just a little Sierra Tivoli.
Always amuse me how long the trains are.
That ride is called SOS Numeros, and my god is SOS necessary. Very, very rough. Even though it's only a small circuit. Because obviously it's designed for kids, well, so that they're safe. The sidecar is just sort of at the right height just to go straight into your ribs. Ouchies. But yeah, that ride was also funny because this morning I'd said to Rob in the car, oh, tell you what, I never need to do that SOS no barriers again. I always find it rough and restrictive because obviously, as I said, it's designed to let very small kids on as well as adults. And then apparently 5 minutes later, Archie turned around and went, oh, I don't think I've ever got that cred before, I'll have to get it later. And Dan's gone back to the room for a bit, checking in early because he wants a rest, and Rob was otherwise engaged for that one, so it fell to me to give Archie a riding partner, to the chagrin of my ribs. Robert's back.
Right.
Welcome.
Thank you. Right here.
Look at that. Unfortunately, no other flavours, just a vanilla, but had to be done. It's still a good 28 degrees. It's cooled off a bit, thankfully, but yeah, from this new little booth which is attached to the restaurant. Just at the side of it, we're all getting an ice cream or a sweet treat or something, and then move on to one of the roller coasters we haven't done yet, near Pegasus Express. Unfortunately, yeah, no other flavour, just vanilla, no flakes or anything, so oh well. Big buffet dinner coming up tonight. Hang around for me to try everything on the menu, but in the meantime, just a vanilla ice cream to keep me going this afternoon.
I don't think we should touch them.
Cheers. Yeah, we were just saying now that Papa's gone, who's usually the charging force on what we do next.
When I say we're so lost,
we don't know what to do about
he's
it.
been gone for like
5 minutes.
40 minutes.
And all we've done is the
We've
kids
done-
coaster, had an ice cream
I
and,
went to the loo and we've got an ice cream.
and walked around.
We're just aimlessly wandering, trying to find something that we might be able
Dan,
to
come
do.
back and help guide us.
Please.
Our
Being
North
unwell.
Star. These boys are playing in the sprinklers.
It's cold, it's nice, eh?
To
We
my,
lost odds on.
he lost odds on. To my infinite frustration, after getting that very plain ice cream, there was a cart door placed on the other side.
It's the other side of this indoor. bit.
Literally on the other side of where we got ours, so it's a shame. I would have liked the caramel or something. Say la vie, got the buffet tonight. We have taken a detour to... Well, that is not focusing.
We've done what anyone
You'll have to
would
trust
do.
me. It's a magic carpet. We did the magic carpet, and Rob has the proof that he did it.
Yeah, that was good.
I've never seen a bar have to click so low on
They're
a
going to
carpet
be so
before.
bruised tomorrow.
Yeah, you're not going to be in a good way. Thankfully, I was in front, which ended up being a blessing, because I had no one next to me, so I could just kind of cross my legs, so it wasn't as bad for me. But yeah, that was quite forceful. I almost banged my head on the
good,
first
yeah.
drop. Yeah,
It
it
is
threw
good.
me out. But also the issue was it's been sat in the sun all day. It's not under any shade or anything. If you tried to hold the foam bar in front, it would burn your hands. But if you didn't hold it, you'd just go flying and bang your head straight into the bar. So you had to pick your poison, and I went for the burnt hands rather than wake up with a head injury tomorrow. Staying in the Grecian area, I believe. Going into some sort of Grecian ruin for Vol de Care or Voler de Care, something like that. Something like the Flight of Icarus, I think. I did get an A in GCSE French, believe it or not.
Well, we can do it twice, no kid.
It's another straddling special, so we'll have to go around twice so that we can both get between each other's breaths.
So we can all go to here.
We can all make sure we...
Dan so selfishly left us, so someone's got to go on their own.
Someone's got to go on their own. And everyone deserves to be straddled at least once on Vol de Care. We just did Vol de Care. As I said, I promise I did get a A in my French GCSE. Voler de Care. Anyway, obviously it was the Flight of Icarus. And I've never noticed before that when you get to the top of the lift hill, they've got a big fiberglass sun. So obviously the whole point is you fly up there in a contraption, which they show you in the station as a model, which is the one you're in. And then you get to the top, fly too close to the sun like Icarus, and find your way hurtling back to the earth. That's my kind of ride. It was good family fun. Don't feel sick coming off it. Bit of wind in my hair. That's Maximus approved.
This is special. Special.
Splash all. You lucky people getting an on-ride POV. Just a Rob. We don't need the ride.
Yeah.
This'll do.
You get a Rob POV.
Rob POV, please. Ladies and gents. These people are all queuing for Glace Italienne. The cone we got earlier, and obviously the other side of the park. Walk on.
Walk on.
We got it straight. We got it straight away.
Get over there, you silly so-and-sos.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
So-and-sos. Yeah, they need to get to Egypt. Get to the Egyptian zone. For all of you who've always wanted to eat from Obelisk's ass. Got a nice bowl. I think I'm going to get this bottle. It's quite nice. Flask, so it'll keep nice and cold. I like these travel pillows. But I did recently buy a new one, which was memory foam, which this one is not. Got more of these posters from earlier.
This is good, and that's quite nice. If I
a
were a
nice
pin
pin bunch,
collector,
yeah.
I'd maybe consider it.
I stopped collecting pins a while ago, but yeah, they're quite nice pins. Yeah. Better than they used to be. I remember when I first came here, it was just some character ones. But yeah, they've actually got ride ones now. That's cool.
Nice.
The merch did not disappoint. We just bought a lot of stuff. Like I said yesterday, when we were at Wallaby, Belgium, I thought the stuff wasn't that good, and I said hopefully there'll be better stuff tomorrow. Did it deliver?
Pleased to announce.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a passport cover. Notebook was very nice, classy notebook. Just a very subtle little design. I think, like I maybe said in my video yesterday, what I like is embroidered stuff or just kind of subtle little theme park stuff rather than it being very loud. And they had loads of great stuff. I got a new water bottle as well because it's been so bloody boiling. I'm going to need 2 in my bag, I think, tomorrow if the inclement weather continues.
In the weird way.
Yeah. If it continues tomorrow in Le Mer de Sable.
In the Sand
The
Sea.
Sand Sea. So I bought another water bottle to slot on one of the side pockets of my bag. And yeah, what else? Yeah.
Oh, I purchased a shirt.
Oh, did you get a shirt? The Two Tartis one, was
The
it?
Two Tartis shirt, and I'm not one for buying theme park shirts.
No,
but
you're not.
There's an element of subtlety there.
Which you liked.
You'd have to really look up close
To
even
realise.
ascertain that it was a...
That's an Intamin Blitz. Is it an Intamin Blitz? I don't even know.
I don't know. It's
I
an
don't know.
Intamin. That's why it's down
It's
at the moment.
fast. That's what, yeah,
That's why it's
what's
down at the moment, obviously. Yeah, bloody Intamin.
It's going to get taken down any second without any of us knowing. Rest in peace, King Dakar. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say about the shop. I was hoping to find a rugby polo, which I saw a few years ago. At the time, I was still a university student struggling to make ends meet, put some coppers together, so I couldn't afford to buy it. But it must have just been for the Rugby World Cup 2 years ago, which I know was 2 years ago because I went to watch one of the matches in Lyon. Yeah, wasn't there. That's a shame. Say la vie, saved me some pennies. We just rode the 2 water rides, Menhir Express and, well, I said the two we hadn't done, Menhir Express and Le Grand Splash.
Lovely.
It was a nice amount. I can't believe it. We got very lucky. I thought we were going to get a soaking on Le Grand Splash. It's been an ongoing joke in the group what a soaker it is if you sit on the right hand side of Le Grand Splash, because when I came 2 years ago I was on the right hand side and got absolutely drenched and everyone else didn't. We got put on the left because we were a 2, we got coupled up with 2 others, and I thought, oh, we're winning, and then it turns out no one got that wet really because they've completely rethemed it. It was very nice, a lot more pirate theming going on in there, and more misters and more stuff to look at, because it used to be, as Archie said to me, a bunch of straits and nothing going on. So now we're going for La Trace de Horror instead, me and Archie, and Rob and Dan I think are somewhere further along in the 2 Tartis queue because they didn't do the water rides. Okay, we're reunited. Robert,
Finally. After what feels like an eternity.
tell us how our time apart was. Did you do some reflection and realise that it was me all along?
Yeah,
or
yeah, I've decided.
hence you've come crawling back?
From this point onwards, I am
Yours.
lover, I guess.
I guess.
Anyway.
What'd you get up to?
Well, we went to Aussie Reese and stood there, and then it broke down, so we left.
Nice.
And as we exited the queue line, they started sending it again. We were like, oh, it's fine, like, forget it, it's fine. It's like,
Whatever.
it's like 6:40, like, we'd rather go on Two Tatis anyway, because that was the plan after Aussie Reese, was to go to Two Tatis. And that's why we left, because we thought we wouldn't have time. We thought, oh, we'll just go there, whatever. So we joined the Two Tatis queue about like... We joined the Two Tatis queue. We nous sommes ensemble avec eux.
Merci.
We joined the Two Tatis queue at like maybe 10:02-ish.
Yep.
Then they took a train off.
Nice.
At like
a good start.
7 minutes to.
A Conda special, if you will.
Yeah, and we were just a bit like, oh, okay, all right. I mean, fine, well, it's fine, whatever. You know, you don't know why they're taking the train off. It might be like there's something wrong with it, whatever. Fine. So then we were down to 2 trains. They sent maybe about 5 or 6 more trains, and then the whole thing shut down.
Nice.
Because the launch failed. So, but I give them credit. I mean, they weren't very communicative. They were just saying we're stopping boarding temporarily in a very quick French accent. To be fair, they didn't give you much else.
Yep.
But yeah, they were like, sorry, we're stopping boarding, and that was kind of it. Anyway, in the time that, you know, it was probably maybe, I would say 15, at a push 20 minutes. They'd evacuated the train that was on the launch.
Oh, yeah.
Sent a load of empties and started again.
Oh, which is
so
pretty
it was
good,
alright,
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's now 20, like, Dan got back on Park at like 6:05, and he's been on 2 Tatis.
And that's
but,
it.
you know.
Yeah, poor Dan, yeah.
You know, yeah. I mean, what did you get up to, Max?
I spoke about it a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's all sort of a bit of a rush, because the issue was I had to put my camera away for the water rides, and I couldn't be bothered to get it back out between the two. So I thought, well, I'm a bit wet, and I'm going to get it wet, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, the Men Here Express was good fun as always, but yeah, I just couldn't believe the Grand Splash has had a total overhaul.
Oh, I'm gutted now. I didn't realise it had a whole update.
I did tell the vlog that last time we were here, it was a bit of an iconic moment for our group, where Megan, our friend Megan, and you were sat on the left-hand side of the boat. Me and Dan were sat on the right, and we just got absolutely. The inappropriate
Wrecked.
Word is
every water effect for the entire like 10-minute cycle. It felt like that long anyway. Every water effect was on the right-hand side, so we came off. We hadn't even done the drop yet. Or is there drops?
Yes.
We hadn't even done the drop yet. And like you and Dan were absolutely head to toe sodden, and we were just kind of semi-dry.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
Yeah, and so and also the issue with it when it was back then was it was just effects for the sake of it, which is no fun. You're kind of like, well, you're getting me soaked for no real reason. Whether this time there was actual loads of pirate theming, they had cannons blasting and kind of these cool effects where like a trebuchet would go and then suddenly you'd get a like a trebuchet animatronic would go and then you'd get a big splash in the water. So yeah, I was pretty impressed by the redo. Lots of mist. You kind of felt like you were on their very own Pirates of the Caribbean, but outdoors, obviously.
Oh, very good. Very nice.
So yeah, it's a shame you missed out. At least you got your 2 Tatis eventually.
Finally. Yeah.
Eventually.
It was fine. Yeah, we had a laugh. It's fine. We were chatting away and the time went quite quick, so it was good.
So all's well that ends well. Au
revoir.
Au revoir. This is the woodland path on the way back to our hotels. So we're going back to the hotel, as I said, maybe a little room tour, and then...
yeah, we should do that, yeah. Either pre or post buffet, we'll get back to you on that.
Yeah. And yeah, and then we'll take you for the buffet as well. These are the nice tree houses, which we'll be staying in one of them. I know I showed them this morning, but I had to whisper this morning because I was very conscious that people were still sleeping. I'm a good kid, really. Once you get to know me, I'm a good kid. I'm not sure.
I'm not convinced.
Oh, light switch. Wet room. One bed.
Oh, this is romantic.
This is lovely. This is a lovely bed, isn't it? I love the cushions as well.
So,
Very nice.
So Rob here.
No balcony this time. Last time we had a balcony.
Dan there, Max was here.
I'll have you here, Archie there, Rob in the middle. Dan's going to be somewhere on the right there.
I knew there was a window.
You okay?
shower.
I didn't even see. This is the Le Commode. Welcome to Dan's. Oh, that's the only toilet then, because this is just the wet room and. What do they call it? Rainfall? Yeah, rainfall style. That's what's in my new flat, actually. Rainfall one. We're happy with the room. That's the TV. That's Dan.
That's the entertainment. There's the TV.
The TV's here as well, but the entertainment's right in front of me. You're saying last time we were here we had a balcony. We think it was like you don't choose a special rate if you want the balcony or don't want the balcony. What's going on? Last time we stayed we had a balcony. And it wasn't like you picked have a balcony or don't have a balcony, but we were on the ground floor. This time we're on the top floor of the tree house and we don't have a balcony.
There was a wasp that just landed.
Oh, yum. I got about 12 different cuts of meat on there. They had all sorts. Looks good. It's all been pretty good so far. The meatballs are nice. I had a bit of the pork belly, that's enjoyable. Turkey was a little dry, but there's a lot of nice sauces up there as well. Oh, there were little potatoes, which Dan had.
In a garlicky sort of sauce.
They were good. They are good.
In a garlicky sauce, and they're delicious. We have rave reviews about that. That's a fish nugget, which has been pretty good. I haven't tried the steak yet. There's some peppercorn sauce. Oh, the rice is nice. It's got chorizo on it. Rotisserie chicken is the specialty tonight. I haven't tried that yet.
Doesn't know it.
Plate one done. All very, very nice. Let's see what comes up next. Went for a bit of a charcuterie board here. Some cheese, some salami. That's a loin of pork. And some bread. Come back for my favourites. The beef with the peppercorn sauce. The chicken with it was called a curry koo sauce, whatever koo means. The chorizo and rice was nice. I haven't tried the tricolour pasta yet, so I'm trying that. Pasta was good. Had a cheese white sauce underneath, and then I put some extra cheese on the meatballs, which were also real good with the tomato sauce, and those potatoes, which were also real nice. Some desserts.
Yet to establish what
I'm not going to be able to. I'm still on my main one. I'm not going to be able to eat all that much, so I thought I'd get them involved.
One of the desserts translated to, if I'm not mistaken, delicious squirrel. So lovely with a squirrel.
I know what I'll be having. Dessert time. I went for speculoos and chocolate on there. Oh, it's not focusing. Speculoos and chocolate. Speculoos thing, chocolate mousse, and a slice of pineapple. Because we eat healthy here, Dan. Don't worry, real healthy.
Because every time I go on like a ticket website in France, it always
The island comes alive after dark. And if you want to stay in our room, it's number. If you want this very room, it's 11:37. Welcome home.
Gorgeous in here.
This event goes to like fucking stupid, some stupid plot. This event. Fuck Scarefest. Let's go in.
Having actually have gone to this, there was nothing like this when I was
Fire!
We are just watching the Parc Asterix TV and assessing whether or not we should come to the Halloween and Christmas event, as the advertisement looks very good. Archie, a word on the food, please.
You know it's a good buffet when they don't have chicken nuggets and chips.
Oh yeah, you know it's classy when the chicken nugget was in fact a poisson nugget, a fish nugget. Yeah.
They got rave reviews about this garlic ginger vinaigrette.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I tried that one.
Salad.
Salad? I don't think I tried that one.
The potatoes were the star. Obviously we're in France, so we have to abide by their no drink refills. It's like a drawback because I like to guzzle. Otherwise, no complaints.
Good, yeah. It was
desserts.
36 euros and then 50 cents.
Never get the 50 cents.
And then we had to, it was like an extra €5 for one little 330 milliliter glass.
I had some decent cuts of meat there.
Yeah, the meat was the highlight. Yeah, I'm a
If you're
meat
not
eater.
a meat eater, I'd recommend you go elsewhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend 36 quid if I was a meat eater.
But no, nice like fresh salady bits. They were pretty on top of clearing in. Good desserts. Good to choose from. If you like cheese, there's a big cheese bit. You can see
Second day in a row, these two are crying with laughter, rather than letting me do my serious vlog segment. These two idiots. I'm back at it again. As I was saying, yes, you need to enjoy meat, I think, to make your money back. The desserts were good as well. I didn't review my desserts, I think, in there, but the ice cream was cool, and also the little potted desserts they had. I had whatever the speculoos and caramel one was also delicious. Yeah, so I'd say I made my 36 euros eventually. Enjoyable, much better than lunch as well. And the cold chips we had there.
We've got thoughts on that.
We had thoughts on lunch. We had thoughts on lunch.
Parc Asterix has always had just a nice feel about it. Even I've been here when it's cold, been here when it's wet, been here when it's boiling hot, and it's always a lovely time. The rides are great. It was lovely to get back on my number 2, and 2 tatis, which I believe is my number 3.
I enjoyed the 2 tatis. I enjoyed Aussie Reese. I enjoyed Attention.
Men here.
4D, that was good.
All jokes aside, that was actually
Yeah,
all
really
jokes
good.
aside about the
Yeah,
title. It was very good.
Yeah, very good.
A great 4D cinema.
Yeah. I look forward to returning.
Yeah, hungry for more.
Hungry for more.
Daniel.
Oh, you can't have a bad day at Parc Asterix, even when they try and destroy your personal items.
Even when they try.
I feel like Parc Asterix goes under the radar being so close to Disney when you think of theme parks near Paris. But it's definitely got the right to be, you should come here.
I think that's
Just
what
on its
makes
own
it
right.
good as well, though,
Yeah.
is because they have to compete.
To compete.
Against Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
Yep. If you like Asterix, I bought some nice Asterix merch today because I like the comics as well, so I like all that art and stuff. What is this?
You're just filming us and talking. Why
Sorry.
don't you film yourself?
They'll be editing in this section.
No, the B-roll will go behind that. The B-roll will go behind that.
I'm glad that you started that. For a few seconds I was a bit like, am I supposed to do something?
Am I meant to kiss? Am I meant to kiss him?
What happened now? Do we just...
Came here for the first time, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago with my cousin Ronan. Shout out to cousin Ronan, friend of the channel. I liked Asterix yet again. In the middle of the day, I was thinking to myself, am I enjoying Asterix as much as I usually do? But I think it was so hot and we did so many of the big rides back to back that I was suddenly a bit sort of, oof, I'm not feeling too good. But then after doing some more of the filler in the afternoon, like that slow boat ride, the 4D cinema, the log flume and the flume shoot the chute, the Grand Splash with its new Pirates theming, all made me think, yeah, I do still really love Parc Asterix. I'll be also returning soon, hungry for more. I had a really great day. And as ever, thank you for joining me, you three.
Thank you for having us,
Yes.
even though I organised it. Thanks for having us. And Dan.
Well, I was going to say my thanks for tomorrow after Le Mans Disable, but actually I'll say it now then. Thank you, Rob and Dan, for organising the trip.
Fine, anytime.
We're having a grand old time and hopefully that will continue in tomorrow's vlog.
Grand Splash.
Right, we're going to go to bed now.
What do you think of me?
Very good.
We haven't spoken about that.
Oh, should we briefly then?
Could be a tomorrow flashback.
We'll talk.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.